President Trump fighting against religious persecution around the world, ordering the Department of War to prepare for potential military action on the ground in Nigeria and threatening to cut off aid to the African country if they don't do more to protect Christians from jihadists, as the State Department redesignates Nigeria as a, quote, country of particular concern. This designation was removed in the Biden administration. Watch.
If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the United States will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may take action to wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities, especially against innocent women and children. I don't have any further announcements on that for you today, but I can assure you the President of the United States is watching this situation unfold very closely, as is our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio.
So more than 7,000 Christians have been killed this year. 19,000 churches have been targeted or destroyed since '09, and over 125,000 Christians have been killed in the same period, according to the International Society for Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law, who keep track of these killings, even though they so largely go under the radar of news coverage. Here now exclusively today, President Trump's ambassador to the Holy See, Brian Burch. Ambassador Burch, welcome. It's good to have you with us from Rome. Thank you very much for joining me. You know, most people are not aware of this. I think the awareness is growing in recent days and months over this with President Trump's recognition of it. What do you say to the Biden administration or to those who say, you know, this isn't what's happening? It's really a dispute over land in Nigeria. It's not religiously based.
Well, thank you, Martha. You're absolutely right. This has gone under the radar for too long. And thanks to our president, he's brought attention to this issue. As the president has said, Christians are facing an existential crisis in Nigeria. They're literally being slaughtered by the thousands, sometimes hundreds per day. And this is being done by radical Islamic extremists, and they are responsible for this slaughter. And thanks to the president, he has stepped up. He has said he is ready and willing to act. The United States will not stand by and watch the slaughter of thousands of Christians in this country. And the Nigerian government has a responsibility to protect its citizens. And thanks to the United States, we recognize that religious freedom is a cornerstone of human dignity, and this is a foundational element of our foreign policy.
All right, so that brings me to my next question, because we give a lot of aid to Nigeria, $550 million in U.S. aid in 2025. And then there's another possible approval of $346 million in weapons going to Nigeria. So is this money, this aid, contingent on any country that it goes to upholding basic American values or risking losing that money?
Well, you're right. This is exactly why this designation is so important and why the president made this decision, is that because they have now been designated a country of particular concern, foreign assistance, weapons, all sorts of support, sanctions, everything is on the table, including military action, as the president has said. But this is not an effort to try to isolate or threaten the Nigerian regime. This is an effort to call them to their responsibility that they have to their citizens, to protect people of faith, to protect religious minorities. This includes Muslims, by the way. There are peaceful Muslims in this country as well. But these Islamic extremists are weaponizing religion to justify terror, and it needs to stop right now.
So what is Pope Leo's take on this with regard to President Trump saying that he would consider military action against these groups that are killing Christians?
Well, the Pope spoke out this summer, specifically when there was a large massacre where several hundred were killed in a single day. He called for prayers. He prayed for them. And when the Pope speaks, as you know, the world listens. And that compassion means something. I think the Vatican has sought to kind of reduce tensions here, to try to turn down the temperature. They have pointed out that this has multiple causes. There's economic, there's fights over land, there's corruption. But there is no mistaking that Christians are being targeted because of their beliefs. And the Vatican cares deeply about religious freedom as well. There's not a meeting that I am in where the question of religious freedom is not raised here in Rome, whether it's in the Middle East, whether it's in Europe, Central, South America. This is a very significant issue for the Vatican and the United States.
Well, you have a very interesting position as ambassador to the Holy See and the first American Pope in Rome. So we hope to hear a lot more from you. Ambassador Burch, thank you for joining us today.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.